Men need structure. Men need systems. We have cycles. This afternoon at noon, live how to sync your menstruation cycle. Welcome in, y'all. Hey, y'all. Hey. I'm really happy to be here. I've got a word for y'all. If you have a womb, this live is for you. We're talking womb, moon magic today. I want to get a board up so you can see it. Listen to this and you'll get more understanding. When you're in your power window, you're resting. No. Here, let me start it over for you. Most women are trying to manifest against their biology. When you're bleeding, you're pushing through, you're working hard, you're launching. When most women are trying to manifest against their biology. When you're bleeding, you're pushing through, you're working hard, you're launching. When you're in your power window, you're resting. No. And then you wonder why things don't stick. That's why there's a cycle for everything. As women, we be in cycles. Men need structure. Men need systems. We have cycles. This afternoon at noon, live, I'll be discussing how to sync your menstruation cycle with the lunar cycle so your manifestations will stick around. I also have a special guest and a special announcement to make. Super excited about it. The link is right here if you want to learn how to hold on to your manifestations. If you have a womb, this live is... Bear with me, y'all. I'm trying to get my thing up. Most women are trying to manifest... Draw and guess. No, I want to put a board up. Oh, well, we're just going to go ahead and start without it. So like I was talking about earlier, if you have a womb, this live is for you. We're talking about how your womb is a personal manifestation portal. And oftentimes we don't know about that, so we don't utilize it. And once you get the science down on how to sync your menstrual cycle with the lunar cycle, you're able to call in whatever you desire, whatever you want. But until then, you can manifest, but you'll wonder like, okay, my manifestations, they're not lasting long, they're not staying. It's because you're working against your energy instead of with your energy. So I'm going to talk deeply about that today. And I have a special guest and a special announcement. So I'm really excited about it. I'm waiting for my guest to come in and I'll have her come up. But until then, we'll talk more about what I mean by womb magic. So for me, I'll use myself for an example, right? So I started my cycle yesterday. And I am very particular about making sure I'm journaling. I'm looking to see what moon phase we're in when I get my cycle. Okay, she's here. Let me invite her up, and then I'll yap a little bit later about what I was talking about. But I want you all to meet her so we can get to today's topic together. Hey.
Ooh.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hi.
Hey, how are you doing?
Good. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out how to turn on my camera.
All right. It should be in your bottom right corner, I think. Okay, you got it.
Yes.
Hey, girl, hey. So let me give you an introduction. We're going to do this properly. Y'all, I want you to welcome in. This is my good friend, Aaliyah. She is a birthing doula. She also has a beautiful business. It's called Give Love Creation. She creates things from jewelry to candles. She is very creative and expansive and I just want to bring her on properly because she is, that one, not the two or the three. And I'm excited for her to be here. We're working on some projects together and we're going to share some stuff with y'all today. So, Aaliyah.
Yes. Hi. Thank you for having me. Yes, like she said, my name is Aaliyah Gilmore. I am the owner of Give More Love Creations and Give More Love to Birth. I I started off as a crystal jewelry maker, so I do have knowledge about crystals and copper jewelry and all the benefits it brings to that. And I have been a doula for a year now. So, and I also specialize in VBAC and cesarean birth care as well too. So I'm all about holistic healing, from crystal and copper healing to natural healing in the body too. So yes, I'm happy to be here.
Yes, thank you, ma'am, for coming in today. And thank you for the likes, Lynette. Let's get the likes up to 1K because if you all don't know, TikTok does not start pushing out the live until you get to 1K likes. And I would love for this to get to all the women that are online so they can get this information that we're dropping today. It's very important and essential that this gets out. And I'll introduce myself. I forgot. I'm sorry. I didn't tell y'all who I am. My name is Aaliyah. I'm a wellness practitioner. I assist women with creating and scaling businesses that are safe for the nervous system. And I'm also a doula and a death doula. So a lot of my work is communal. I'm very big on community work and assisting the community and working with women and keeping them close to their power so that they can expand and thrive. And today, me and Aaliyah have a big announcement that we want to share. I'm excited about that we're working on together. So it's something that's sacred coming to where we are, Little Rock, Arkansas. We're hosting our first Moon Circle event, March the 16th at, hold on, is it 16th or the
The
17th?
14th.
Okay, you have the 14th. Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you. March the 14th at 6 p.m. You will get the location once you've been registered for it. We do have a small amount of people. We don't want to have a large group, so it's going to be 12 slots available or less. We want to keep it intimate and engaged. So it's something sacred, and you're going to want to be there if you're into working with your energy, the moon's energy, and amplifying whatever outcomes that you desire to have for yourself. So, Aaliyah, I want to talk about when you kind of learned about your power, your internal power. What is something that kind of triggered that for you to be like, oh, okay, I am strong as hell. What happened?
Um, oh wow. I want to say it happened back in 2020, honestly. Of course, that's when COVID happened, and so we had no choice but to stay in the house and just stay in the house. And um I started to, I guess, do a lot of reading. I was reading some chapters in the Bible. I was reading, of course, I started with Genesis, and I kind of skipped around to the Psalms side of the Bible, and I just started doing deep diving of religion and Christianity. Basically, that started my deconstruction of Christianity. So once I started to develop my power to understand that God is within me, and I hold a lot of power with that because God is within me and God powers me. So once I start to understand that I am the co-creator of my life, and if I want my happiness and joy, I have to understand who I am. And once I understand who I am, I understand who God is as well. So that brought me into learning about crystals and starting to use it for my benefit, basically, and learning how to use it to better my power. So I basically used it to gain more knowledge of myself and how to express that same power to other women as well. So once I've learned that I'm basically here to help empower other women, especially Black and brown women, to believe in themselves and to also just feel, what's the word I'm looking for? I want women to feel like they are their their true love, basically. I
Right.
want women to understand that they are the one. Like you said, I want them to find their power too. So once I realized that I'm very good at helping other women or even children, because I started off working with kids too. So once I realized that I'm very good at boosting morale and motivating others to do what they have to do to be great, then that's when I found my power. So I found my power through research, being alone, and working with children. I guess I would say just empowering children to be the best that they can be. So,
I love that. And you said a few things that I was like, yes, like deep down in my heart, yes. One of them being women realizing that they are the love of their life. Like
mhm.
you are the one for you. And I'm not saying no shade, no tea against men. I still love men. But what I'm
Mhm.
saying is, we as women, we are engineered and brought up to believe that our love of our life is outside of us. It's a man or a relationship that's outside of us. And like you said, until we come to the realization that the love of our life is us, we're going to forever keep on grappling for stuff outside of us to love us how we're supposed to be loved. And that's going to cause a negative experience, because sometimes, majority of the time, people don't have the range to love you the way that you need to be loved. So then you leave feeling drained and disappointed because that partner or that friend or whoever didn't love you the way you wanted to be loved. And that happens usually because we're not loving ourselves right. So
Right.
yes, until we give ourselves that love, that one love that we need, we're not going to attract what it is we really desire. So thank you. Yes. And you said something else that I was just like, it was a few things. Uh, I can't remember it, but I'm going to touch on having a passion to help others. I grew up with that as well. Like, I love helping people, bigging people up, motivating them. But it's like, so my mentor said this to me, and I'll never forget. This was probably like 2022. He was like, "You love clapping for other people, but do you clap for yourself?"
Mm.
And I was just like, "Oh, okay." You clocked my teeth, and I wasn't. I was just always playing that supportive role for other people, so I wasn't giving that to myself, and I wasn't getting that from other people. But that's because I wasn't giving that to me. So
Mhm.
in that moment, I realized all that power I'd been giving away like freely, but not knowing I was literally giving my energy and power away freely.
Yeah.
And that kind of circles back to our event that we have coming up for the new moon circle on the 14th. We're teaching and sharing how to utilize the moon's energy to assist you and amplify your own power, because we're born with power. Our womb is a powerhouse, but we're not taught how to use it. So this is our way of giving back to the community of women and teaching them how to use your womb power, your moon power. So I'm really excited, and I feel like this space that we're building is a space of intention, a space of energy for anyone that is a woman who is ready to reset with the new moon, because that energy makes it just more powerful for you.
Hmm.
When did you? And, oh, that was another thing you said. You're deconstructing religion. I grew up in the church as well, and a lot of things that I was learning, my awakening really started in 2020 as well when I got deeper into my power. I was learning, and a lot of things that I was learning were demonized by how I was brought up. So, how did you navigate that?
Reading, just being in certain books, like I've that's when I learned about hoodoo and voodoo too, because like you said, I was raised in the church as well. So of course, anything dealing with African traditional religion, hoodoo or voodoo is demonized, is blasphemy, all this other stuff. So, and I've always wanted to know why. Why are we calling this, demonized when this some of, well, I mean, be politically correct. Some of us was practicing this in Africa. So I want to know why some of our ancestors was practicing this way and why others were going one way. So I've read books like what's the name of that book? I should have brought it up here actually. It's in my closet. But it has something to do with mojo. It has mojo in the title. And I've
Mhm.
also read a lot of basically basic history about either black women. I have a book called Black Women in History that I've read about too, and also just African traditional religion books. So that what made me become more comfortable with practicing some of the things in hoodoo as well too, because it made me feel like I was being more closer to my ancestors and my lineage, even though I do have, like I said, ancestors who were Christians and things. But I want to know about the ancestors who weren't Christian. Like, I want to know just why they decided not to be Christian. And yeah, I just wanted to know why. It's always been a why for me. Why is
Mhm.
it this way? So
And that's why they didn't like us asking questions in church.
mhm.
Because a lot of it goes back to because you mentioned, you said our ancestors practiced in Africa. Yes, and a lot of our ancestors were never in Africa. They were here practicing and became prisoners of war from, becoming colonized, and they would blanket their practice with religion. So a lot of them may, say that they're religious, but they really weren't. They're just practicing their stuff low key. And just like you, like when I got into it, a lot of things came natural. Like I didn't have to, yes, I did read up on it, I did study, but a lot of my practice, spiritual practices, came naturally to me because they're in our blood. And I also saw a difference in my lifestyle, how things unraveled in my life when I started practicing certain things. And I just felt more confident and rooted in those practices. There was always questions when I was religious and, doing things from the church's perspective. I always questioned things. And they just didn't always sit right. But what I'm doing now, it feels right to me, and I'm more so in my body than in my head than how I used to be. So I wanted to ask you about that. And the large part of my practice is candles. So getting us to another big point, we're gonna have candles at the event. Tell us about the candles that you're curating for us.
Yes, yes. So since we are having a new moon event and it's during the Pisces new moon, I am going to create a Pisces intention crystal candle. So I do make intentional crystal candles. So like right here, I have one that's already made, not for the event, but just in general. So this is my money making candle. So it's infused with cinnamon, and it does have some vanilla, and it has not amethyst, it has aventurine. So aventurine and citrine are in this candle, so it infuses the money manifestation. So I will be making a Pisces crystal candle. It'll be infused with Pisces crystals. So one of them is amethyst. So here's one right here, and I also will infuse it with rose quartz as well, and other Pisces candles that goes with that zodiac sign. I mean, other Pisces crystals that goes with that zodiac sign. And so it'll also have a touch of blue as well too, because we're using the color blue. Blue is great for the throat chakra too. So I'll probably throw in like one of these like crystals. This is a soda light crystal, so it's very good for communication. So because the Pisces energy is mostly for strong intuition and strong dreams. So that's what amethyst is good for. Amethyst is great for connecting with your higher being. It's a great meditation or prayer stone to have too. So I want to make sure that this candle enhances the women's intuition, since the moon is connected to our womb. So it's going to increase your intuition to make sure that you are making good decisions and deciphering things well as a woman too. So, but yes, I will have these candles. And of course, if you guys sign up, you can pre-order your candle too. So you'll have your candle once you get there, and you can light it with us, or you can light it at home. If you want to continue on the ritual at home, you can take it home with you and light it too, because it does smell good as well. So
Yes, aromatherapy along with a spell. I love that. So yes, I love that you were able to make these, and that feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like it's more powerful when you literally make it yourself. Your personal candles, when you utilize them in your rituals, because they're from your essence. And tell us, for the people that are not local, where they can find your candles if they want to order them or anything like that.
yeah, so you can always message me here, or you can also follow me on Instagram at Give More Love Creations. I'll put it in the chat so everybody can follow me on Instagram or on Facebook, and you can always DM me, message me. I ship anywhere. So yeah, you can definitely order your own if you're not local for the event, or if you would like a money candle too. I also have a anxiety candle too that's infused with amethyst and lavender. So yeah, just hit me up.
What's the pricing on the money candle? Asking for myself.
The money candle is 13.
Okay. I'll be cash apping you today. Awesome. So yes. And for people that aren't familiar with what moon circles are, I kind of want us to touch on that. What does the moon circle mean to you?
The moon circle means to me, like I was saying earlier, since women, we are connected to the moon. Our cycles are connected to the moon. So that's another token of how powerful women are. We are connected to one of the most powerful planets. Most
The
powerful planet.
universe. We
Yes,
connected to
the
the universe.
universe
Okay.
is the moon. So we are connected with that. So I think this will help women be able to either release or increase whatever is holding them down, and increase their, like I say, intuition and their power in their womb too, and to also help cleanse their womb a little bit too. Even though we're not doing a full cleanse, but like just a little bit, because we even if you're not pregnant or trying to get pregnant, women, we should still take care of our womb area, because it that goes with everything. It goes with your mood, your eating habits, and also helps your sexual activity too. So it just the moon circle is going to be a very powerful event, and I'm very excited for it, and I believe that it will help women feel more charged up to just go after whatever they want to do.
Yeah. And back to the womb, cleansing your womb on a consistent basis. I like to call it spiritual hygiene, because you know how we do our physical hygiene. We take a shower, we take our baths, we steam our skin, we get facials, get our hair done, all that. Yes, just like we have physical hygiene, we have spiritual hygiene. And when you don't take care of your spiritual hygiene, that includes your womb, your body can become funky and it can start to repel stuff. So instead of bringing things in, bringing blessings in, things you want in, a new job, a new car, clothes, whatever it might be, maybe peace, not necessarily a physical manifestation of materials, but because your spiritual hygiene has not been tended to, your energy and your aura space is going to repel what you want. And I believe that working in groups, emphasizing with aligned individuals, when you're working in groups doing energy work with aligned individuals, that makes it so much powerful, so much more powerful. Just like if you're working physically with people doing labor, you have more folks, you can get more done. When you have more people in a room working with things energetically, you're able to amplify what it is that you're working toward. And we're better in groups,
Yes.
especially women. If we get together and intentionally manifest things together, like, even if it's just me and you, it's stronger.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that moon circles are communal. Yes, we can build relationships, we can build connections, but we're also making waves in the spiritual dimension. And it's
Yes.
so big. Like, it's bigger than people realize. And I'm just so excited to get to start that with people that I respect and admire, but also to help our community members. So there's a few tools that we're going to be working with, not just the moon, but we're also going to be working with water,
Mm-hmm.
if the facility permits fire. And we may, what are your thoughts on, I know it's not really warm yet, but if we're not able to do it where we plan to have it, what do you think about doing it outside? If
Yeah.
need,
I
yeah,
think
that
doing it
way,
outside would be ideal, because, like you said,
yeah.
we might be burning things, and then yeah, we're doing hand washing in the bowl. So I feel like outside it will be very good, and it'll help with grounding too, because it'll be good to ground while we're
Mm,
doing these stuff too. So we can be barefooted and be on the ground while we're
I
doing
love
all of
that.
our rituals too.
Yeah. Ooh, and I have a spot too. I'm gonna text you where I'm thinking. Because the location will not be given out until you've registered, for safety reasons and for, give it a little exclusivity. We don't want everyone to know where it's at.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think outside is ideal, especially for grounding purposes. So with what a moon circle is, like Aaliyah said, it's communal, it's powerful, it's ritual, and it's just something that'll also change. It'll incite change in a major way with the waves of our own energy. And like I said, we're not just using the moon's energy, we're utilizing water. Water, and because the new moon is in Pisces, water is literally the oldest living thing ever that's on Earth outside of dirt. I don't know what came first, dirt or the water. It's a good question. I'm going to say the waters probably came first because, I mean, without the water, you can't have anything. But water remembers. Water is cleansing, water is flow, and water is release. And during this event, where we're gonna be focusing on cleansing and also so we can call in. But the full moon is coming up. Actually, the next full moon, I believe, it's the third.
Yes, yes. I think it's a blood full moon,
Yes, it's a
actually.
blood full moon. Now, do you know the significance of that? I don't know.
If it's like maybe like dragon's blood, it usually means like protection. So maybe it's
Okay.
something I haven't looked into it, but I want to say anything doing with like blood, it may be with protection.
Okay. Well, yeah, we have a blood full moon coming up on March the 3rd. So that is the time to release. That is a
Mm-hmm.
time to go into ceremony and release what is no longer serving you. You can ask yourself questions, and yourself is going to answer you with whatever it is that you need to be letting go. It may not be a person, it may be a habit, a place, something. It's not always people you need to release, but March the 3rd, take full advantage of that energy and release. And if you want to have your own circle, you can have your own personal circle. Get some friends together. Go outside. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be a ceremony event. But I do encourage people, especially women, to start working with their energy and syncing with the lunar cycle and the menstrual cycle, because your life's gonna change. And new moon energy for our event on the 14th, that symbolizes new beginnings. So planting seeds, writing out what it is you want. I'll share a practice that I like to do for new moon. Something that I like to do is scripting. So I'll write out my month as if it's happened, like it's a play. And then I'll put it on my wall and let God do her thing. What is something that you like to do for the new moon, personally?
I like to write too. I like to write what I'm either, like I said, releasing or what I'm wanting. So usually I do both at the same time. I want to write out what I'm releasing, and then I want to write what I want to replace it with.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to even in just real life, I try to be solution forward. So once I release it, I want something to replace it, because you gotta be detailed when you're telling God what you want. So it's definitely that's what I do. So I definitely get in my journal. I have a certain journal where I write my manifestations or what I want to release and my affirmations and stuff in, and I use that. And sometimes I will burn it. I'll go outside and burn it to release it, or I'll bury it and under dirt. So yeah, so that's what I do.
Yeah, I love that. Well, thank you, Aaliyah, so much for joining us. I hope I didn't cut too much into your schedule today. We did plan to
Mm.
go not too long. We wanted to let the people know what's going on. But again, y'all, like I said, we have 12 spots available for the Moon Circle. It'll be here in Little Rock, Arkansas. And the point is to have an intimate design of intention, a community night for women to call in and cleanse their desires for this new moon in Pisces. Remember, Pisces is about your intuition. It's about spiritual connection, your dreams. So is this that's what you want to really push during this new moon coming up. Excuse me. I will create a registration link, but at this time, if you want to join us, you can DM myself or Leah. Just say Moon Circle, and we will get your email and move forward from there. This event is just our first one of many, so I'm really
Mhm.
excited for the turnout, and we'll be back live on March the 7th to talk more about the event. Aaliyah, thank you again for coming in and gracing us with your presence and your knowledge with the
Thank
crystal
you for
universe.
having me. I'm excited. I hope everybody comes out and join us and get what and take what they need. Like I want everybody to come with good energy, take what you need, what you feel, and also network too. I'm always a big network person. So if you align with us or anybody else in the event, network. I want everybody to eat. So
There's an abundance of money out there. It's the money is endless. Okay, so yes, network, because you never know who you're going to meet. Okay.
mhm.
So yes, y'all, be mindful, take care of your womb, and work with this moon magic. Okay, it's not here for no reason. Y'all have a blessed day. I'll see y'all soon. Bye.
Bye.